Man gets work as an extra. This is the improv story, and then that's the sort of picking a script thing in there. Let the story commence. Craig got work as an extra. He was trying to break into the acting scene in like the screen acting, and he managed to get work as an extra. He thought that's a good way to get in, and then maybe they were filming something here in Glasgow. They were filming something. And so he applied to through an agent. He got an agent and he said, "We've got extra work for you. Work as an extra. Work as an SA. An SA supporting actor. You don't need to give me the euphemisms. An extra. I'm all right with extra. I'm all right with extra." And so he went along, and it was a new Tom Cruise film. They were filming a new Mission Impossible, and he saw him, and he went up to him, and he went, Mr. Cruise, and somebody went like that. It was a guy, suit and all that. He thought, that'll be that fucking Scientology lot, like bouncers, all that. And somebody else, like a kind of like the assistant director, third assistant director, so would be like, "Excuse me, no, not talk to the, just stay over there, thanks." And fucking hell. So a wee bit later on, he needed the toilet. He went to the toilet. It's like a kind of van with cubicles. They were all shut. Tried all the doors, no. But there's this other one by itself. It's like a kind of silver kind of caravan thing. And the front door was open. He's like, oh, that must be one of the stars things. But it was just a toilet. You could see there was a cubicle inside. And it was open a wee bit. So he thought, oh, I'll go in there. So he went in. And went to open the door just to check if anybody was in, and nobody was in. Nobody was in. And he needed a pish. Didn't even need a shite. So he's just doing a pish. He thought, there's no point fucking locking the door behind me. I'm just standing up doing a pish. And the door opened behind him and banged his arse while he was pishing. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And he kicked it shut. Right, and he heard, hey! And he went, oh, God! And the door got kicked against him again, right? And he sort of leaned forward, the door opened, and he turned her in, and he was still pishing. And it went, everywhere. And it went like that. It went right on. It went like that. And on the person's face. Do you want to see exactly how it looked? I've got footage. It's a sort of recreation.
unique film. It's exciting. You haven't seen it yet, huh? Well, it's suspenseful.
It was like this. Look.
Funny. Structurally, it's true to form. Structure, the story. But it's about a family. It's about the journey of this family. Yes.
It was like that.
Now, why would you do that?
This is exactly what happened next.
Yes.
That.
That's the journey of this family.
So Craig went like, look.
Yes.
Piss straight at his face.
Now, why would you do that?
Now, why would you do that? That's exactly what he said.
Come here. Why would you do that?
And then Craig went like, just, well, I just saw the toilet. You kicked the door open.
Why would you do that?
Very funny.
We kicked the door open.
Okay, no, wait a second. What's so funny about that?
Craig went like, that wasn't meant to be funny. I just kicked the door open.
Do you like making less of people?
Like, Craig tried to get away, look. Craig went like that, look. Right, I'll see you later. I'll go, I'm sorry. Right? Craig turned it, Craig went all right and tried to get by. Look, like that, look.
Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away.
And Tom went like, don't run away. No.
I don't care. That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview.
It wasn't, and he said this though. He said, I'm here giving you an interview. Tom Cruise had lost the fucking plot. He wasn't there giving him an interview. Tom Cruise wanted to use the toilet. But he was so used to, I don't know, interviews and things like that. That it was actually some of the pish. You see, Craig's pish. He went out the night before. He was nervous. He went out the night before, nervous as fuck, thinking about the next day. Like, oh no, I'm going to try and meet Tom Cruise and then say, you know, could I maybe get a better acting role here? And he's nervous about it, so he went out with a few pals and had a few drinks just to chill out and talk to him about it. And then some of them broke out the acid. Some of them went like, do you want me to break off a wee bit of acid for you? Do you want me to break off something for you? Break off a wee acid for you? And he snapped off a wee acid for him. This is the new way that acid is presented. It isn't in microdots or paper. It's broke off as a kind of a solid sort of gel, like if you imagine spangles. Aye, them. That sort of thing. Spangles. You remember them, don't you? I mean, look at that pack. You'll be old enough to remember this. Remember? You're as old as me. You're old enough to remember this. It's kind of like, I don't know, what would you call them? Kind of boiled sweet sort of thing. But there's acid in it, LSD. And it was, so Craig was back to sort of being alright the next day, but there was LSD, acid in his pish. And because it'd already been sort of like through the body, see when you drink it after it's been pushed out, it's sort of like, it's fast tracked into your brain. It doesn't have to go through, you know, all the fucking bureaucracy like it did the first time it went into the body. See, once it's pushed out, it gets fast-tracked. So Tom Cruise is instantly fucking tripping. And he was like, oh, look.
I don't care. That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview.
Saying that, you know, it's like, Craig's like wanting to get out the toilet. He's standing in the fucking doorway. Tom Cruise is standing in the doorway, no letting him out, saying, I'm here giving you an interview. Craig was fucking terrified.
And answering your questions, and you do something really nasty.
And then Craig thought, hopefully I can just squeeze past him and this will all be forgotten. I think he's going to calm down now. I don't think he's going to say anything to me that's going to affect my confidence forever. Because Craig thought that. I thought, what if he says something to me like, who are you anyway? I mean, look at you. I mean, what? You thought you're going to ask me for a bigger acting role? Who would want to see you? Look at you. Like, what if he says something really bad? Because he's a Scientologist. And I think they do stuff like that. They lock each other in rooms and say horrible things to each other. I think. I don't know. They cast magic. Right. So I thought, what's he going to say? Because you don't know. They may be going into a room and go, right, we're going to say really bad things to you so that you can rise above it. You know, special experimental techniques. He might say something really nasty. Oh, no, he probably will. I heard he's actually all right to work with. No, I've not actually. I've heard other things. But anyway, he said this.
You're a jerk.
Craig felt the wind getting knocked right out his fucking sails. His shoulders slumped.
You're a jerk. Well, you know what? You're a jerk.
So he said, "You're a jerk." Then he said, You're a jerk." And then he said, thirdly, "You know what? You're a jerk." So 3 sessions. First one, second one, which is kind of you're a jerk, and then third one, you know what? So you think it's going to move on, the conversation's going to move on. No, but he just calls you a jerk again.
Well, and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. Well, you know what? You're a jerk. Take cameras off there. Come closer. Don't be ashamed of yourself.
You going?
Amazing.
And he did that. He wiped his face at it. So Craig managed to get past because Tom Cruise was just going like that. He was in a bit of a jerk loop. He didn't just stop at 3, like this. He went like that. You're a jerk. Hey, and another thing, you're a jerk. But forget about that. You're a jerk. He kept saying things that sounded like, right, we're moving on to something else. But no, he was just saying jerk again. And he would say things like, but you know what? Let's leave it there, but I just want to say one thing. You're a jerk. And then, to completely change the subject, you're a jerk. Oh, he just kept thinking it was like, oh, that's the end of it now. And he'd say it again. And Craig went, right, I'm just going to see if I can actually nudge past him. And he was able to. He managed to nudge past him like this.
Did you hear anything on the radio?
It's all right.
Managed to just nudge past him.
Mitch?
Stay there.
Managed to just nudge past him.
Can I bring the lovebirds, Mitch?
Too dark to get a filter on
I
this.
haven't harmed anyone.
All right, bring him.
Managed to just get by. Just get by. Fucking bring them on, man. Who's scared of birds? Managed to nudge past him. And then Craig turned around and he should have just left it maybe. He thought this is daft. But he said, "Mr. Cruise." And Tom Cruise turned around. "You're a jerk." And Craig went, "Right, could I please get a bigger acting role?" And Tom Cruise went like, "Jerk. You're a jerk." And just then, the first AD, the first assistant director, very important role, came walking by. And Craig went, "Listen, See if he calls me a jerk, that means I have to get a bigger acting role. Listen, Mr. Cruise, can I get a bigger acting role? In fact, can I get your role in this film? Please confirm by calling me a jerk. And Tom Cruise, because he's stuck in the loop, went like that. You're a jerk. And the first AD, the first assistant director, went like that. That's that then. And so they shut the door, locked him in the toilet, and Craig got the fucking job. Craig got the job. The end. But wait, there's an epilogue. It's a true story. How do I know? This is how I know. Tom Cruise auditioned. Auditioned for the role. Let's see if that brings us up in. Roles Tom Cruise turned down. No. No. He didn't turn it down.
But you won't believe how many more
Right.
saying no to Iron Man.
I'm the best.
Right. There.
The biggest superhero roles ever saying no to Iron Man.
I'm the best.
He didn't say no to Iron Man. He didn't say no to Iron Man. Craig got that they were filming Iron Man. He was meant to be Iron Man. Tom Cruise. But he fucking gave it away to Craig. Do you know who Craig is? Craig is Mr. Robert Downey Jr. And you might be thinking, but wait a minute. But Robert Downey Jr. was already in films before. But you know, this is like before Weird Science. He got it, and they were filming bits set. This is like child bits. But are there any bits in Iron Man where you see Iron Man as like, Tony Stark as a kind of like a wee boy? They took it out, they cut it out.